Welcome to the Behind the Bench Sports Network. This is the Kobe Bryant Film Room, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something. I wanted to talk to you guys about understanding the game of basketball, understanding the nuances of the game of basketball, and things that you can't see on the stat sheet that affects a player's performance. And I want to have real basketball conversations with you guys, and to you guys who are new to basketball or new fans of the NBA, to understand these things if you never played basketball, to understand why things take place on the court, right? Number one, right? Confidence. You can't play at a high level without confidence. Each and every player that you see has a certain amount of swag about him that he built over the years of playing, worked on their game, worked on their craft, put in positions to succeed uh, based on what they can and can't do, their capabilities, right? Number two, uh, after confidence is rhythm. As a basketball player, you want to make sure that each one of your players that are on the court with you stay in rhythm, right? If you see a guy hasn't taken a shot, it's good to get guys some looks. Big men love getting looks down the court, running up and down the court, getting easy lobs, easy passes, easy dunks, putbacks, etc. So the basketball has energy in it, right? When it moves from side to side, when guys are touching the ball, when guys feel involved, and that comes with practice, camaraderie, and spending time off the court, knowing where your players like to get the ball and things like that. And so a lot of guys, if they're shooters, but they have to be in rhythm, right? It's easy for a shooter, very easy for a shooter to go cold and get out of that rhythm, right? The only way to get out of a funk is to keep shooting, shoot yourself out of a slump, you know? You got to shoot your way out of a shooting slump. The intangibles of basketball, y'all. You can't win without your players being in tuned. We're talking about chemistry, right? This comes from leadership, from the coaching staff, all the way down to leadership from the players on the court, right? Chemistry, right? Guys working together, friendships, trust, right? You gotta be able to trust that your guy that you're playing with is a dog, and they'll lay it all on the line for you and your teammates. If I get in the fight on the court, you guys got my back. Nobody's looking the other way. Nobody's running away. Nobody's getting the hell out of Dodge. If one of us go down, we all go down. The team mentality. If I get knocked down to the ground, I get fouled hard. My teammates got my back. They pick me right back up, right? They grab my hand and pull me up off the ground, right? If I'm getting injured, my teammates are right there to console me, right? If I'm going through anything personally, my teammates are there for me. Chemistry, that's a big deal, man. Knowing that people care about you, knowing that people care about your well-being, uh, chemistry, things like that, intangibles, things that go into a team, right? We know players have to have that dog in them, right? The ability to compete. Competition is very important. It's the distance and measurement between the greats and the greatest, right? The GOATs. Competition, who you beat. Not just beating them, who you beat and how you beat them, right? Measurements of greatness is who you beat. Not who you faced, who you beat, right? Doing the dirty work, and a lot of people underrate this, right? The reason why you need role players and not a bunch of stars to win you championships is because you need people who are willing to sacrifice and do the dirty work. Sometimes you don't need numbers, right? Sometimes you need somebody to go in there. Hey, get me a rebound. I don't need scoring on this team. I need rebounding, right? You guard the best defender while I can score. I can focus on scoring, right? Role players who can knock down shots, who can trust in those biggest moments, right? Good role players who make timely baskets. Energy guys that get the crowd hype. You need those type of guys on a cohesive unit to win a chip. So a lot goes into a championship, y'all. A lot goes in. Um, Being well taken care of from your team, right? Your team taking care of the money situation, and you're not looking over your shoulders to think you're gonna get traded. A lot of times it's about lifestyle. People have families. They're comfortable where they're at. They don't want to move all over the streets, all over the country. You know, People like, and the regular people like this shit too. Like finding a place that they could call home and raise their kids. If people got to keep getting uprooted, it's a part of the game. But no one likes to keep leaving and finding another home, right? So that's a big deal, right? The coach has to give you a chance, right? The coach has to believe in you, right? Um, you know, Work ethic is great, but somebody has to acknowledge it and see it and put you in that. And so when we talk about basketball is a lot about energy. It's a lot about confidence. It's a lot about rhythm. And I'm gonna add one more thing: preparation, being prepared. Right? What did you do before the game? Right? What's your practicing routines? Right? Are you playing? Are you practicing like you're playing in the games, or are you just practicing with no one around? You know, um, Sometimes you might have to face those double teams. In a wreck situation, or that'll prepare you for the season when you deal with double teams, right? Triple teams, things of that nature. Passing out of a double team, making the right reads. Knowing the plays. Um, and this is all that goes into being prepared for the season. And the reason why these things are important, because a lot of fans, we look at the finished product, right? We look at these guys, they're just thrown on the court, right? But these guys, it takes a lot for teams to win. And we often wonder why somebody's successful for this team, but not for our team, right? Why is this guy successful over here? Well, maybe it's their practice habits. Maybe it's the other things besides their talent that helps them achieve their goals, right? Rhythm. How many times did they get to shoot the ball on this team compared to the other teams they're on, right? So did that player change, or did that player just get in a better environment? And so this is what I want to talk about. And, hopefully you guys uh, will understand how the game works, the nuances of the game, because these things are very important, very, very important, right? And we have to appreciate the steps to greatness. So I want to call this video "Appreciating the Steps to Greatness," right? Um, and I appreciate you guys for listening to the channel, man. Shout out to the bench crew: Rashad, Kelvin, JB, Big Dog Talk Sports, and me, the Kobe Bryant Film Room, man. Subscribe to the Kobe Bryant Film Room. Subscribe to Behind the Bench Sports Network. We got some good things coming down the line for you.